Should Wizard Hit Mommy? Part 6, page 52, paragraph 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hello, everybody. My name is Ian Joseph Panel from Sanskar School, Jaipur. Reading. Jo was starting to fuss with her hands and look out of the window at the crack of day that showed under the shade. She thought the story was over. Jack didn't like women when they took anything for granted. He liked them apprehensive, hanging on his words. Now, Joe, are you listening? Explanation. Now, when he came to this part of the story, Joe seemed disinterested in the story. She started looking here and there. She was looking at the sunlight that was coming through
Created with free
from
version for
under
non-commercial use.
the curtains. This was not liked by Jack because he wanted that when he speaks to someone, he should have all their attention and they should not take anything for granted. They should not assume that something is going to happen. So he tells her, asks her whether she was listening. Yes, she answers. Next part, because this is very interesting. Roger Skunk's mummy said, "What's that awful smell?" What? And Roger Skunk said, "It's me, Mommy. I smell like roses." And she said, "Who made you smell like that?" And he said, "The wizard." And she said,
Created with
"Well,
free version for
of all the
non-commercial use.
nerve, you come with me, and we are going right back to that very awful wizard." Explanation. When he asked Joe whether she was listening, she said yes, she was. Then he mentions to her that now the interesting part of the story is coming. Then he describes that how when Roger Skunk went home, his mother said, "What is that bad smell coming?" Let's remember that Roger Skunk was smelling like roses, but his mother, she found the smell of roses to be bad, and she did not recognize that her son had come home. Then he had to say, "It's me, Mommy." And she asks him, "Who made you smell like that?" He answered that the wizard. So she declares that how did the wizard get the courage to do something like this? What made him do something like this? And she
Created
told
with
him
free
that
version for
they would go
non-commercial
back to the
use.
wizard, and she called him an awful wizard. She disliked the wizard. Next paragraph. Jo sat up, her hands dabbling in the air with genuine fright. "But Daddy," then he said about the other little animals run away. Her hands skittered off into the underbush. At this explanation, at this point, Jo sat up from her lying down position and she asked her father whether Roger Skunk would tell his mother about how the other animals used to run away from him. Reading, "All right," he said. "But Mommy, all the other little animals run away." And she said, "I don't care. You smelled the way a little skunk should have, and I'm going to take you right back to
Created
that
with free
wizard."
version for
And she
non-commercial
took
use.
an umbrella and went back with Roger Skunk and hit that wizard right over the head. Explanation. So Jack agreed with her, and then he narrated the line where Roger Skunk tells his mother that all the other creatures run away when he smells bad. So the mother said that she did not care and that he should smell the way a skunk should smell. It should be a natural smell. And then she took an umbrella and went with Roger Skunk to the wizard and hit the wizard right over the head. "No," Jo said, and put her hand out to touch his lips, yet, even in her agitation, did not quite dare to stop the source of truth. Inspiration came to her. Then the wizard hit her on the head and did not
Created
change
with free
that
version
little
for
skunk
non-commercial
back.
use.
Explanation: when Jack narrated that how Roger Skunk's mother hit the wizard over the head, she protested and said no, and she tried to stop him from continuing with the story. Even though it was something true, she did not have the courage to stop this story which was being told by her father. And then she was inspired and she continued with the story that according to her, then the wizard hit the mummy and did not change Roger Skunk back to the awful smell. Thank you.